Hello again, everybody. It's Plowboy, Plowboy's Ghost Channel. Welcome back to Whiskey in the Carport with Plowboy. I'll be your host, Plowboy. I want to do my best not to bore you to tears and ramble on for too late. I done screwed it up, ain't I? Alright, let's do this. This is New Year's Eve. While I'm waiting for Alabama and Cincinnati to play a playoff game here in a little bit, I thought I'd do a last video of the year and thank everybody who's came on board in 2021. Thank everybody that hung in through 2021 from previous years. I've enjoyed talking to y'all, interacting with y'all in the comments, and I'm thinking, you know, we really need to do something more. I'm thinking maybe my own live chats at some point, I don't know. If I can figure out some way to make it really interactive and interesting for y'all too, I don't know, we'll think on it a little bit more. In the meantime, I've done a few live chats with other people in the past, and including 11 Bang Bang channel, and they've got one scheduled for Monday. I don't know what time of day it is. That's 11 Bang Bang channel. I intend, as long as there's no act to call. We got bad weather coming in tomorrow. More tornado scaring stuff, I don't know. As long as nothing goes really bad, and I don't expect it to, as long as nothing comes along that messes with that, I intend to be on their channel sometime Monday, and I'm assuming in the afternoon or evening hours in the PM. So anyway, keep an eye out for that. If you want to see me goof up with other people, well, this whole thing's unscripted. It starts to say unscripted. So what am I going to show y'all today? Something you have already seen in a little different flavor. You're going to count that I'm, once again, out of this open top, there's 3, 4, 5, 6. That's right. I loaded 6. But for those who haven't been with me on the previous videos, I demonstrated clearly how the open top U-birdie in 45 Colt at the very least, and it works on my 38 Special Man with no name, can be carried fully loaded with the hammer down between two chambers, between two case rims, with absolutely zero chance of anything bad happening unless you pull a hammer and then pull a trigger. I like ball. I don't know how that creeped in. You know, I've showed y'all this in the past, that I had put these Magnetus grips on this gun. And I worked them and got them shaped a little bit thinner because they're a little fat from the factory. And I love the density, I love the feel. These have held, even though I stained them with some Fee-Bing's tan leather dye, they lost a lot of their yellow, which is fine. I didn't really want much yellow, but I really wanted just a little more off-white than they came. And it held that. It is really off-white. It's truly more like ivory white. And I like that part of it. Well, I had a few comments from friends locally, and maybe a family member, who thought that the original wood grips, especially when I blacked them, looked better on this gun because of the brass back strap and trigger guard, the grip frame. Well, as you can see, this is no longer bright brass. I did this the other day. I've been planning on doing this for a while, and I'm going to put it up there hoping that the camera focuses right. Y'all, it's awful humid out here. It's way too humid for almost the 1st of January, so that's how we know we're going to get storms. But it's really humid out here, and I'm hoping and praying that this camera don't fog up on me. But as you can see, I was going for the black look using Birchwood Casey's brass black product. I ordered some off of eBay. Wasn't too bad because I couldn't find it anywhere locally. And I realized real quick that if you want that brass black to work, you're going to have to really make sure that if there's a factory anti-tarnish coating on this brass at all, and I think there is. I'm not positive, but I think there is. You're going to have to make sure all of that is gone, and that the brass is grease and oil free, and that includes hand oils, before you apply this, otherwise it'll just wipe right off. Well, what I ended up doing, even though it wasn't technically by the directions, and of course I did come out with a black look, so it may be my own fault. But once I figured out that I needed to scratch it, a whole lot better, and I had to get in all the little recesses, I ended up putting this in a small container with a lid. We're bad to save our bowls with lids, plastic bowls with lids that stuff like, well, just about any groceries we buy, from Pancho's cheese, which I fill with bullets and cartridges, to butter bowls, to you name it. Well, this we saved a bowl in a flat bowl. I believe some sandwich meat or something came in it that I could lay these parts in, put a piece of like wire in there. I had some extra wire. I can't remember what that's called, but anyway, little rolls of thin wire. Wrapped it around there so that I didn't get any oils on it after I didn't have denatured alcohol, so I just used like 90% rubbing alcohol and wiped it all off real good after I had washed it with soap and water and dried it, hot water, and let it dry, and then wiped it down with alcohol. And then I just set the parts in that little plastic tub full of the whole bottle of the solution, the Birchwood Casey Brass Black. And of course it doesn't cover the parts, but I set them in there and I just kind of swirled it around. It said for 1 minute to let it sit on there 1 minute. Well, 1 minute didn't cut it for me, so I might have had a total of 5 minutes or more immersed, agitated, shaking around the parts to make sure they got continuously coated. And as you can see, there's parts of it that are darker, but y'all, even though I was aiming for the black, the truth is that antiqued look to me, and I hope and pray y'all can see that antiqued look to me is better than the black would have been. So now, I think, this is my personal opinion, I think the grips look better on this gun, and I know they feel good. I've always, since I bought these, I've loved the way they feel. They just feel more, like I said, dense. It's just like you're holding something substantial. So, for better or worse, that's what it is, and I like it this way. Every once in a while, I might be crazy, but every once in a while, I'm definitely crazy. I'll take some, real fine, I think it's the triple or quadruple out steel wool. I've got like 1 or 2 pieces of that left from a long time ago. Every now and then, I'll just go over the barrel a little bit. I think they call that carding it or something. And the idea is to make it look just a little bit aged. Of course, in and out of the holster, I'm getting holster wear on this gun. I started getting it fast. I don't care. I'm not buying artwork. I'm not buying stuff to put up, look, and make money on. And which, of course, if I want to ramble to the side just a little bit, is the reason I guess that I haven't bought a real coat yet. I've looked and looked. I haven't went and held one yet because they all get gone too fast, even grossly overpriced. A 6-inch Anaconda to go with my 4-inch 629 and my Super Blackhawk. I love 44 Magnum too, y'all. And I can't really make myself, even though I find them in the $1,600 range every now and then at certain places that I'm looking that aren't right here close local. And that's cheap. The only dealer I've known around here that got a 6-inch Anaconda, he got it right out of straight out of the shipping container, and immediately put $2,200 on it because gun broker. So I didn't even pay no attention to that. But I guess the reason I haven't gone ahead and done that is because there's nothing save the very razor edge of plus P plus that I would probably never shoot anyway, that an Anaconda, or Red Hawk for that reason, could give me that the Smith & Wesson 629, new Smith & Wesson 629, that's almost a year old. Here in a few days, it'll be a year since I bought that gun. That a new Smith & Wesson 629 can't give me. And the truth is if first of all, I'm in Northwest Alabama. There ain't nothing roaming the woods around here that I'm going to need, that I'm going to meet something that plus P plus, Buffalo Boars designation, Tim Sundles, designation of 44 Magnum is going to take care of that my 310 grain load won't take care of out of a 629. So I'm not going to jump up and spend a lot of money to buy another gun that's really not going to gain me anything. Now, if I were a collector, I would have gone for an older Smith & Wesson, or I would go for a Colt, whether it's older or newer. But I'm not like that. Even though, like said, 4-inch 629 that I've had almost a year, even though I have guns I have not shot, every gun I have is aimed, I'm intending to shoot it, gonna shoot it. If shit hits the fan tomorrow, some of it, even if I hadn't shot it, it's going with me, and yeah, I'll trust them, everything that I've got to go off. Pretty much everything. Some of it, it'll have to prove itself to me. But y'all, in 2021, here I am rambling. I have, what have I accomplished? Stayed alive. 2021, I'm going to try not to touch on this subject much because me and a lot of people who vote like I do don't see eye to eye on it, because I've seen something different than what some of them have, some of they have, whatever. I have personally known people, several people, to pass away in this last year from that virus. Personally, in this local area. One of them I've known since we were in kindergarten. And with no reason that I can understand, none of them had any comorbidities and all of that crap. So I'm not going to go into all of that. A lot of us don't see eye to eye on that. I don't care, but I will tell you this. I take it seriously. And I don't listen to what any news outlet tells me. I didn't listen to what Fauci told me when Trump paraded him out, introduced him, and put him front and center. And I don't listen to Fauci now. I didn't listen to CNN then. I don't listen to CNN now. And I've quit listening to Fox News too, because I'm here to tell y'all, they full of crap. There's a lot. They are bending your ear. They are manipulating you every bit as much as the left's outlets are, and a lot of people don't realize it. I can't tolerate it. Then again, I can't tolerate a lot of commercials because being manipulated. A little sensitive that way, I suppose. So in 2022, I aim to continue trying to avoid what I see as an enemy. That's all there is to it, in all of it, all of the enemy. And I hope we don't lose anybody else. It wasn't in my family, but people I know's family. 2021 saw quite a few gun trades and gun purchases, some of which y'all never got to see before they got exchanged for something I like better. Some of them I have now that y'all have not seen. Would it be sacrilegious if I told you that I bought a few auto-loading pistols? I don't think so, because y'all, I started out my first back in 1991. Yeah, 1991 was a Ruger P85 9mm. And the next few guns I had were a brand new Beretta 92 FS, because I was into watching Lethal Weapon and Murtaugh and Riggs, watched that. And then somebody got me to look at a Glock, and I shot a Glock. Never liked the feel of one. I still don't like the looks of one. It's boring as it can be, but it worked. So I've had a few of them back when we're talking, back at the beginning of some of their models. And, I don't really care for that. It's not that I have a problem with semi-automatics. They just don't do anything for me. Wood and steel, and imitation ivory sometimes does something for me. So that's hand reholstered. So that's what I'm into. But I did pick up, a few things. The other day I come up with a brand new Coyote 10 Taurus GX4. Why? Hell, I don't know. I guess because I got a lot of 9mm put up for the Taurus G3s that my boy and I have had for over a year now that we got brand new. Got one of those SDS Thesis 1911s. Now that's the one semi-automatic pistol I really like. Is a GI spec 1911 full size in 45 ACP. It's still a single action, y'all. You know, forgive me on this a little bit. I got one of them. I ain't shot it yet either. The Army model. And the first thing I did when I got it home was order a set of unissued, genuine USGI grips and put on it, which was, to me, a noticeable improvement in feel and aesthetics. Y'all will get to see some of that stuff. I've had other guns. There's still a bunch of guns, like I said, a few guns that I haven't shot that we're going to have to get around to it. I haven't shot much in 2021 because I found out that I'm an ammo hoarder. Who knew? You know, I gathered up some stuff, and I've just come upon another 100+ pounds of lead, and I'm very grateful for it. So now I'm hoarding lead too. 2022, I intend to continue, what y'all may not be able to tell because this shirt's too big for me, and these pants, here I am talking about my clothes on the gun channel. We're talking about the New Year stuff too. Accomplishments and looking forward. These pants have been in my drawer since probably about 2013 or so. Bought for a Christmas present when I was gaining weight after quitting smoking in January of 2012. And that's where they've been the whole time with the tags and the stickers on them. I ain't had and I've theorized this whole time that if I quit drinking beer that I'd lose weight, so I quit drinking beer somewhere around the beginning of November. And these pants are 3 sizes smaller in the waist than what I was wearing at the 1st of November, and they fit me the same as what those much bigger pants did then. So my point is, in 2021, I'm going to continue that trend and hopefully pay a little bit more attention to health with whiskey. But that's like a health tonic. Look it up. So, wrapping this all up in a nutshell, check out 11 Bang Bang. Watch for I don't know if I've ever told any of my subscribers that we do, sometimes do live streams over there. Keep an eye out for that, for the announcement of that Monday. If you haven't subscribed and you don't get notifications from them, you'll have to check it out if you want to. Don't expect much because I don't bring much to the table. I don't do a lot of research anymore. So I'll be there for comedic relief, emotional support, and generally to make everybody else feel better about themselves. Y'all, I can't think of nothing else to hold you up with except for to say Happy New Year. Let's hope and pray it's a Happy New Year. And let's do our part to make it all it can be. To one of my daughter-in-laws, thinking of you and your household every day, especially because we're not but just days away from her having granddaughter number 4. That'll be four from their household, and which is not all. That'll be 6 total, 4 from their household, and looking forward to that. That'll be something wonderful that 2022 brings us. Well, y'all, I appreciate y'all taking the time to listen to this rambling, all my whatever you want to call it. I will talk to y'all later. Take her easy.